Wait a minute, did Beyonce just spill the tea, openly confessing and chuckling about swiping designs, music, and even some of her most iconic choreography from other artists? Believe it or not, this isn't a new development. It's been going on for ages and fans are only just catching on to the game. So let's get straight into it. Here are a few incidences where your Queen Bey allegedly stole from other artists, and I don't know about y'all, but the last one is the real kicker for me. Number 1, she copied a Japanese artist's signature erotic robot design. You see, in December, Bey was called out by Japanese artist Hajime Sorayama, who claims she copied his signature erotic robot designs for her record-breaking Renaissance tour. Sorayama shared a post on Instagram on Monday, December 11th, where he said the Grammy winner should have asked him officially so he could have collaborated with her as he did with Canadian artist The Weeknd. Yo, Beyonce, you should have asked me officially so that I could make much better work for you as like my man The Weeknd, he captioned the post, which compared her looks during the Renaissance tour to his art. Among the pictures included in Sorayama's message was one with Beyonce's face sporting a futuristic chrome headpiece with pointed cylinders over her ears, while the final 3 show his own designs. Sorayama began creating his eroticized illustrations of female humanoid robots around the early 80s, with his work appearing in Penthouse magazine and later on Playboy TV. But guess what happened after he called out Bey? That's right, the whole hive came at him. Many of Beyonce's fans have leapt to her defense, pointing out that her Renaissance looks have been compared several times to the 1927 sci-fi Metropolis, while other elements appear to pay homage to French designer Thierry Muglier's 1995 fall collection. Metropolis has been imitated by so many people, one fan argued. To have this image of her be picked apart when a headpiece like the one above has been used by so many people known and unknown to the masses is crazy. Well wishes. Another commented, she's wearing Thierry Mugler based off an archive Mugler look that referenced Metropolis. Were you this incensed when she wore a similar headpiece in 2007 at the BET Awards? Now, it is possible that Beyonce's look was inspired by other works of art, but seeing her track record, some fans are convinced she copied Sorayama. In any case, this is not the first time Bey has been accused of stealing another person's artwork and style. Bey's copycat ways go beyond fashion and style. She has been copying other artists in her music. Next up, Beyonce referenced a Belgian dancer in the choreography for her Countdown music video. In 2011, Beyonce released her single Countdown from her album 4. The song's music video caused controversy, however, over the references to the Belgian choreographer Anna-Therese de Keersmacher. At the time, de Keersmacher was open about her distaste for the video. "I'm not mad, but this is plagiarism," she told Studio Brussels. "This is stealing." According to de Keersmacher, the videos Beyonce took from were Archterland from 1990, Rosace Danse Rosace from 1983. In addition to the dance moves, the Belgium dancer said Beyonce copied the costumes, set, and even some shots from Thierry Demey's film on Rosace Danse Rosace. "It's a bit rude," de Keersmacher said. "What's rude about it is that they don't even bother about hiding it." Beyonce herself would release a statement confirming she was inspired by de Keersmacher's work. "Clearly, the ballet was one of many references for my video Countdown. It was one of the inspirations used to bring the feel and look of the song to life," Beyonce said. She also explained the other artists she was referencing in the video. "I was also playing tribute to the film Funny Face with the legendary Audrey Hepburn," she continued. "My biggest inspirations were the 60s and 70s, Brigitte Bardot, Andy Warhol, Twiggy, and Diana Ross." Beyonce added, "I've always been fascinated by the way contemporary art uses different elements and references to produce something unique." Following Beyonce's statement, de Keersmacher wrote a letter which was posted on the Studio Brussels website. "Beyonce is not the worst copycat. She sings and dances very well, and she has a good taste," she wrote. "On the other hand, there are protocols and consequences to such actions, and I can't imagine she and her team are not aware of it." De Keersmacher also said her choreography felt out of place within a pop music video. In the 1980s, this was seen as a statement of girl power, based on assuming a feminine stance on sexual expression, she wrote. "I was often asked then if it was feminist. Now that I see Beyonce dancing to it, I find it pleasant, but I don't see any edge to it. It's seductive in an entertaining, consumerist way." Next up, she stole the choreography for her Formation tour from another show. In 19, choreographer Marilyn Orts took to Instagram to accuse Beyonce of stealing moves from her troupe's show De La Gloire guarda. I'm sorry, I don't bash artists, but I respect fellow creative artists, and I don't like to use social media to promote something that can be perceived as negative. Or began her Instagram caption, Beyonce, you have the nerve to steal exact concepts and choreography from other real creative geniuses, she continued. You stole from Breaking Surface, you stole the stomping from De La Guarda at Fuerza Bruta NYC. It's okay to be inspired, but at least make the effort to make it your own. However, Beyonce has still received criticism even when giving credit and making something her own. On the Renaissance track Energy, Beyonce used an interpolation of the song Milkshake by Achilles. Toward the end of the song, Beyonce sings the familiar la 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 part of Milkshake. However, the new version of the song has removed those vocals from the track due to Keyless's disapproval. Next up, Beyonce was accused of stealing Survivor from a producer. In any case, Beyonce's reputation for song stealing even persisted through her Destiny Child days. Producer Terrence T. Robinson filed a $200 million lawsuit against Destiny's Child for stealing his song Glorious, which he produced back in 2000. He showed the song to Bey's father manager Matthew Knowles, expecting the song to kickstart his career. Matthew disappeared with the song, and months later, Survivor was born without Terrence's name or credit. I know, right now I would be one of the biggest, most sought-after producers, he said at a news conference about the alleged theft. It's unclear what became of the suit, so it was probably settled out on court. Next, she lied about writing Irreplaceable. Back in 2008, she came under fire when she told an audience at a concert that she wrote Irreplaceable for fellow women. Except she didn't write it, Ne-Yo did. I honestly wrote that song for myself, he said in 2011. However, a man singing it comes across a little bit misogynistic, a little bit mean. Although Bey didn't write it, Ne-Yo said he had no problem letting her take songwriting credit because she put her own spin on it. And then she lied about writing Crazy in Love. Crazy in Love is easily one of the best pop tracks of the 2000s, and according to Beyonce, the song was a product of a genius collaboration between herself and producer Rich Harrison. The song came from me actually looking crazy one day in the studio. Beyonce said at the time, I said, I'm looking crazy right now, and Rich Harrison, the producer, was like, that's the song. But that's not how Rich tells the story. According to him, after he played a sample of the track for Beyonce, she then told him, I love the idea, now write the song. I'll be back in 2 hours. Although he was hungover, he managed to write the full song and play all the instruments before Bey got back. The only thing she wrote was the bridge, which is hardly the same as writing the whole song. Then she strong-armed If I Were a Boy from BC Jean. Y'all remember Beyonce's hit song If I Were a Boy? Turns out she stole this song too. This #1 ballad from Beyonce's I Am Sasha Fierce was written by BC Jean, who was inspired by the idea after a recent breakup. After writing the song with producer Toby Gad, she started shopping the song to labels as her lead single. However, once Beyonce's team got a sniff of it, they decided to let Miss Carter record her own version. BC was credited as the songwriter, which was bizarre to her considering she didn't intend for anyone else to sing the song. It's an amazing compliment, but I was like, that's great, but it's going to be on my album, she said in 2011, and it can be on my album too. I just didn't realize how it worked. Sounds like someone was taken for a ride. However, BC later clarified that the internet exaggerated claims that her song was stolen. The story is not as bad as everyone is saying, she said. It's pretty much the best breakup ever and the best experience ever and again. It'll be on my album coming out in January. Sounds like she's not telling the full truth, but whatever the case, she definitely got a huge check out of the deal. Last but not least, Beyonce stole the Single Ladies choreography from Mexican Breakfast. The Single Ladies choreography is one of the most iconic dances in modern music history, but like many things we know and love, it was plagiarized from something which came before it many years ago. The specific inspiration for Beyonce's famous Single Ladies dance was a choreographer by the name of Bob Fosse. In particular, his routine named Mexican Breakfast, and whilst she discussed this many times, there are still loads of people who have no idea. You can clearly see Fosse's inspiration on the Beyonce masterpiece, and whilst the whole thing is completely a direct rip-off of Fosse's work. Bey has spoken about his influence on her. She previously said, I saw on YouTube these 3 ladies, and one of them is Bob Fosse's wife. Who's this choreographer doing Walk It Out, the dance move? They put Walk It Out to the music. It's from like the 60s. It's one take and it's black and white. I thought, wow, how amazing would that be now? Because videos have so many different cuts and different takes. Just to see a non-stop dance video, one take all the way through, very simple. It was the most tiring thing I've ever done in my life. life. But whilst Beyonce explained her inspiration from Fosse a while ago now, tons of people felt she completely stole the dance. And if you ask me, she did. In any case, while it's true that Beyonce has faced numerous allegations of copying or stealing from fellow artists, we can't overlook the undeniable fact that her career is a result of hard work and unwavering dedication to her craft. However, it does make me wonder, if she hadn't ripped off all those other artists, do you think she'd still be as iconic as she is today? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you liked this video, make sure to click and subscribe and catch us on the next video.